like to mention a few things that maybe some of you know and some of you don't know. I'm just going to share them with you. But February 23rd, 2006, I beg your pardon, the House of Representatives of the Legislature of Alabama commended Mr. James Black upon his exceptional skills as a professional golfer. These are some of the statements that were made. Whereas James Black was one of 13 black professional golfers, including his friend and noted golfer Charlie Sifford, to earn their prestigious PGA Tour card in the early 1960s. The hardships he endured paved the way for his fellow golfers to have the opportunity to play on the professional circuit, and in spite of his many trials, he is known as a gentleman's golfer. Whereas James Black has indeed earned the admiration and respect of all who associated with him, and it is most fitting to recognize him for his outstanding contributions to black history. Now therefore be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the Legislature of Alabama, the highest praise and recognition are bestowed upon Mr. James Black for his exceptional golfing skills, and a copy of this resolution shall be provided to him with our sincere tribute and praise. Whereas we are pleased to commend Mr. Black, a native of Charlotte, North Carolina, upon his exceptional skills as a professional black golfer during a turbulent time in American history. Now, the interview with Mr. Black gets pretty good, so I hope that you become inspired. But before we get started, I'd just like to mention a few facts to you. Now, John Shippen, S-H-I-P-P-E-N, was the first black golfer to play in the U.S. Open. He played 5 events, and one year they were going to walk out. And the president of the USGA, United States Golfers Association, said that the tournament was going to go on whether they liked it or not, if didn't but 2 people play in the tournament. He was an excellent golfer. In 1896. Now in 1899, another black man, George Grant, who was a dentist out of Boston, Massachusetts, he received the first patent for the golf tee, but he never marketed it. So 25 years later, a white man patented a tee, marketed it, and was credited with the invention. Bill Spiller was a black golfer during the 40s and the 50s. There's a book written about him, Forbidden Fairways, and it tells the story of how he tried to participate in several events, but the PGA had a white man only clause and they never allowed him to participate. One of which was the San Diego Open golf tournaments. Now there's Joseph Bartholomew. Here's a brother who built and designed golf courses we couldn't play on. Now we have black women who were excellent golfers. Rhonda Fowler, she was a pioneering black woman golfer and a tournament champion. And then we have Ann Gregory, who was known as Queen of Negro Golf. She won dozens of events. And then there was Clyde Martin. He was a brother who was a caddy at the prestigious Congressional Country Club in Bethesda, Maryland. And Tommy Armour was the professional at that golf course. And he used to pit Clyde Martin, who was a young man and a caddy at that golf course, against visitors who wanted to get into a little betting action. And Clyde very rarely lost any of those head-to-head matches. But Clyde never got the opportunity to play in any national competition. Well, brothers and sisters, you can email me at kareem@helpmesomebody.com, or you can go to my website, helpmesomebody.com, same thing. And you can call me at 336-749-0355. But I hope you enjoy the program. It's a continuation of the interview with Mr. James Black. I couldn't drive to Charlotte and just interview him for 15 minutes. I have an entire hour and a half interview with Mr. James Black. And I'm going to give you some of that interview on this program today, and then going into next week, we'll finish it out. But anyway, have a good day, sit back and relax, and enjoy AAP Magazine. We appreciate any response that you may have.
It takes money to do everything. Here's the key to it. Here's the key.
Okay.
Education is required more in golf than any other sport. Now, how many people that you know is willing to make sacrifices, putting back? Just give a kid an hour of their time a day and nurturing their natural ability. The equipment is there. I mean, I don't have any problem with equipment for kids. I don't have a problem for a facility for kids to learn golf on. Where I have a problem is in the system of education. My program deals with education. If there's a kid that wants to play golf and his skill level is good enough, then his grade level better be better enough. And so that's the way I deal in society. Now, you can, as you say, yeah, I can get a basketball. One basketball, you can have 15 or 20 kids out on the basketball court. But what leads to that? Drugs, gangs. You don't see that in golf. We use golf as a way of life, and it's very therapeutic to the mind of any individual. You have to be an intelligent person to be around golf and to be on a high level of it. So that's what's separating us. We think that it's
so you're saying golf, most people say that golf is a highly mental sport.
Exactly. Exactly.
More so than the rest of the sports.
That's right. That's just like now. That's just like.
So Tiger is dominating because of his strong mental ability.
Every great player says that. Every great player that's playing today says that. Every great player played years ago says the same thing. Not his physical ability, it's his spiritual mind. Mm-hmm. It's stronger than everybody else. Mm-hmm. And see, and that's where that we have a misconception in our community. We don't instill in these kids that they must have their own perception. They got to know who they are.
Okay.
They got to believe in themselves. They got to love themselves. They got to pick out something that they can see. See, vision is so important in life. You cannot visualize without an image. So if you don't know who you look like and how you feel, then you're doing something with what somebody else wants you to do. See, slavery only changes in one form: social economics. Mm-hmm. Only. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Mm-hmm. The more the prices of things go up, okay, the bigger slave you is. Mm-hmm. See, so we are being misled dealing with the system of slavery. See, there's one thing that you can't do. You can't outrun figures. Figures is a known thing in life. And, you know, and that's just like, I don't debate anybody about the science of golf, the science of golf fundamentals. You know, I don't debate, but my people are, as you say, is ignorant of the fact of not knowing how to accept knowledge, and I'm a product of dealing with our own people, and that's why I try to catch the kids before they are getting to a stage of life that they can't be taught the right way, and the right way is having your own perception, knowing who you are and knowing who God. If you don't have a relationship with you and God, then you're out of balance. Mm-hmm. You know, and so that's so important. You know, and like I say, there are many times that if you go back and you look over my life, what have blacks done for blacks? What have blacks given blacks? Everything that I accomplished and everything I got is through white folks. There ain't no black people giving me nothing. They're never giving me a golf ball. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. So all they have done is ridicule you, talk about you. They don't come to you for knowledge.
Now, do you think that's been the problem of all those guys that you mentioned before you, that came before you?
Yes, like Charlie Sifford says.
Those black golfers, you named a lot of them. I've never heard of.
We all went through the same thing. We all went through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with people in our race.
So anybody that's 60 years and up or 65 and up that played golf,
go through the same thing.
All those black golfers that came before y'all,
yes,
and came along with you. It's only 3 that are what you call well known. That's you, Charlie Sifford, and that's really 2.
No, well, you got Lee Elder, you got Calvin
You said he came after you.
Yeah, he came after me.
But I'm talking about came before you and came along with you.
Well, Charlie Sifford he's a world-class golfer, you know, and everybody knows he's a world-class golfer, you know. And
he stayed out there.
He stayed out there. He's a warrior. He did the physical part. See, Charlie did the physical part.
Now, how many years did you stay in?
I've been in golf all my life. I've had some great positions in golf. Great positions. I've been in policy making positions probably 85% of my life in golf.
Mm-hmm.
Who don't accept it?
Now, did you participate? How long did you participate in tournaments? So let's just say, how many tournaments
did you? On about 2.5 years on the tour.
Mm-hmm.
I played on other tours sparingly, and I've been a winner everywhere I've been. How many golf tournaments I won in my life?
Mm-hmm.
Just like I say, when I was on the tour, I won the Tulsa Open there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They had Southern Hills. I won the Pecan Valley down in San Antonio.
What years are these?
These are 65.
Okay.
Yeah, 65. And I won on the NTGA Tour. I won on the WGA Tour. I won on the Florida PGA Tour. I won on the USGA Tour. I won on every tour that I played on.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't so much about my playing ability.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that. My concern is about people that's coming after me. I never got a total 100% support from my race of people. They don't want nothing. They have proved to me today they don't want anything. If you show me any organization in our race that is organized, that is doing something effective in golf for our people, then I want to meet them. Tiger Woods is the only one.
Well, he's
the only one.
He can afford it.
Well, that's what you're going back to slavery. But now, wait a minute. If we consolidate, well, we do that. Okay, let me give you this here. They got the first tee program here in Charlotte.
Okay,
is that right?
And that's the only one. There's the other one's in Raleigh.
Okay.
So what about kids in Greensboro and Winston-Salem? You know?
Okay, we got a first tee program.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman Vince, who was over the program here, got the first time to ask me to come and speak to those kids. Now, in Tampa, Florida, Mike Cooper, I started his program with my 501c3 nonprofit organization. He got the first time, and he's over these districts, over the Southeast District. He got the first time to ask me to come and speak to kids.
And he's dealing with the first tee.
Yeah, and you talk about our people, it's a shame if I had to come back and another object or something. I'd rather come back to bark off a tree to come back a colored person. And I'm not saying it because I'm angry. It's just a race of people that I don't want to be a part of.
Well, it sounds as though you're bitter.
I am bitter about my people.
Okay, now you haven't been able to turn that lemon into lemonade?
How can you? Well, just like God said, if you for me, they're going to be against you. So, I mean, it's common sense. If you for what's right, wrong going to be against it. So, it's just like slavery. Slavery is only changing in the form of social economic. Our people believe in keeping one another in slavery.
Well, that's a broad brush.
It is a broad, all you got to do is look at it. Go find one down the bank that you can get a loan from. You got to go to a white man and get some money. He ain't gonna give you nothing. He ain't got nothing for you.
Well,
he afraid. Listen,
he doesn't have the level of authority.
He has a level. He has some leverage.
Not much.
He has some leverage.
Not much.
If he's in that position, water run downhill.
Well, I'm just saying.
Water run downhill.
Historically, in this civilization,
well, okay.
we've had experiences that where a man can have $20,000 in the bank in a savings account and can't borrow $10,000.
Well, he's dealing with the wrong folks.
Well, I'm just saying we've had history like that.
Yeah, he's dealing with the wrong folks. He's in the wrong area. He should move that 20,000 to another place.
Well, sometimes he have to move out of town. He have to move to another state.
He better. The Bible says a prophet is not accepted.
Well, I'm saying he have to move to another state.
He better.
A big. Pyramid Institute of Barbering, founded in 1976, has produced many entrepreneurs and outstanding business people. Contact Pyramid today, 5029 University Parkway, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Help yourself.
My friends, do you have back pain? Do you have headaches? Do you have neck and shoulder pain all the time? Are you taking a lot of pills already, your medicine for your ailments, your high blood pressure, the diabetes, and all those other things? Did you know that at the same time you're building up toxins in your body? Did you know that the soles of your feet are the reflex zones of all the internal organs in your body? Why not use something natural, a detoxifying patch? Place it at the bottom of your foot at night and wake up the next morning and pull it off and see the amount of toxins in your body. Why not get rid of the pain the natural way? Order your detoxifying patches today. They are highly recommended by doctors and health practitioners all over the world. It is a natural
that we are not told the truth. If you look at preachers, they have destroyed hope in the communities for our people. That was our only hope. They doing everything. They doing worse than the people in the street. They going with your wives. They're doing all these type things. Let's look at the morals. Let's look at the standards.
Well, morals in America have been on the decline since 1963.
So we're talking about hope here.
So we're in a situation where if the civilization that's ruling us catches a cold, we catch pneumonia.
That's right.
So their morals, the morals of the ruling class, have been on the decline since 63.
That's the money class.
So now here we are, the underclass. So we getting pneumonia as far as the morals are concerned.
That's right.
Because we don't have the money to hide it.
And I'm one of the ones that will stand up for the morals. I'm the one to stand up for the principles of a way of life. I mean, somebody got to take a stand. So I know the licking that I'm gonna take. I know the licking. If I didn't want to accept this type of licking, then I would be just like them. Every knee got to bow, and every tongue got to confess.
So now, how does this relate to golf?
Golf is more than the physical part. Now, my way of instructing, I instruct spiritually, mentally, and physical. I can stand up and quote the basic fundamentals with anybody in the world. There's no doubt about it. I've been through the system. I went through PGA Business School, played the PGA Tour. Show me how many players in our race that have done that. I've been in policy-making position. I can't get my people. There's always somebody that speaks out for black people or colored people. There's one in every setting, in every city, in every town that speaks out for the race of them. And we have to come to an agreement that these type people needed to be out of the system. That's why we need to go vote. We need to know that because they are colored or black that we need to vote for them. I disagree with that. They are hindered to our race. Those kind of people are hinders, and you know what I'm talking about is true.
Now, with respect to black kids getting interested in golf, are they truly interested in golf?
Now, that's like Winston Lake.
It seems that they're more interested in basketball?
Why? Nobody.
Well, because they see the financial
Nobody.
benefit.
Let's go back to our people. How many people that blacks plays golf today? How many that you see them with their children? How many you see them with their grandchildren? How many you see them with their friends' children? Why they can't? We talk about we are brothers and we are sisters. How come we don't bring our children with us? If you my brother, then how come I don't bring your kid with me? How come I don't bring my sister's kid with me? See.
But you can't make them interested. I mean,
exposure. Exposure.
Okay.
It's about exposure.
Okay.
Give them a choice. But if you don't never bring them, they don't know.
So you say they need exposure.
They need exposure. That's why I like the general manager at Winston Lake, Ralph. I mean, he's smart enough, and I said this to you, that finally you got someone up there that's smart enough to try to put the right curriculums in that system. Time. He won on the regular tour.
Okay.
And also on the senior tour. So Jim has been a champion all his life.
He's been out there for quite a while.
All his life. So what do our race do? Our race think that Jim owe us because he is a part of our race. Jim don't owe that to our race. If our race would have something where he can take part in it, he'd be willing to do that. Why would he throw his money away and don't see where it's going? With no benefit, it don't make sense. And okay, I had a golf course. I leased a golf course.
Okay.
My golf course be full of golfers. No money. You my brother. You're supposed to let me play free. I've been directors of other golf facilities. Crystal Springs, Paradise Valley, MacDill Air Force Base, my people. Oh, you're a brother, you're supposed to let me go free. They got the dumb syndrome that they supposed to do things cause they color for nothing. So nothing from nothing leaves nothing. And this is the way that they are taught.
But it's not all of them, is it?
Well, we ain't talking about 100%. Now, we're talking about 85 or 90%.
So now, is it fair to say this? Maybe you ran into that crowd as a trial.
Now you got to understand this. For 55 years.
That's a trial.
55
that was
years.
just a trial.
55 years. I'm still the same color. I'm in the same race. It's worse today than it ever happened.
Today, the interview with Mr. James Black. I'm sure all of us can relate to those experiences and thoughts that he gave to us while we were listening to him. We'll continue that interview next week. Before I go into my commentary, I'd like to say we need your support here at AAP Magazine to stay on the air. We need advertising assistance. We need donations. We need you to purchase our products. So give us a call at 336-749-0355, and we will greatly appreciate anything that you may have for us. Now, this is my commentary. Many of us say we have the knowledge of self, but our actions indicate otherwise. Is it because we think that a book would give us the knowledge of self, the knowledge of our Creator? Reconsider that. Does a book outlast creation? And surely there is great wisdom in the creation, and the creation is always here. We leave here, we come here, and we leave here, but the creation is always here. Now, in the creation, which is called the Book of Life, there is the wisdom that we need. Today, we are in a war with self. This is what I'm sharing with you. Weaker self has larger numbers, stronger self, small numbers. However, from the Book of Life that I'm sharing with you, that I have learned, our Supreme Being with his wisdom and the wisdom to produce the force doesn't need but 1/2 of 1% of the population to accomplish the task and bring about that which he desires to bring about in the life of human beings. So don't get frustrated. Don't dislike yourself. Don't begin to be so critical of yourself because people are not doing what you think they need to be doing. Accept your own and be yourself. And remember, we're all in line, side by side, creating friction, stepping on each other to get a slice of the devil's pie. Good day.